Hey everyone, and welcome back to Flair Pilates and Fitness. Let's get started with our fit ball and hand weights class today. So place your feet down on the mat, stand up nice and tall, draw that tummy in, lift that pelvic floor, big breath in. Exhale, we're going to roll down. Breath in at the floor, exhale, rolling up. Breath in, rolling down. We want to lift through those abdominals, stretching the whole back of our body. And last one. Keep the knees bent as we roll up, straightening them just as the last of our vertebrae start to unravel. Take those arms out to the side, moving into some side bends. Breathing in. Breathing out on the way up, breathing in and out on the way up. And let's keep moving through these side bends, engaging our obliques to help us come back up to upright. We want to feel that beautiful stretch down our side. Lovely. Enjoy these stretches. Love a good side bend, so underrated. I mean, how often every day would you do something like this? Feels good. Maybe with each tilt, we reach that little bit further. And this is the last one, all the way over. And other side. Moving straight into some rotation, turn those palms to face the ceiling, bend the knees, keep that pelvis nice and stable as we rotate the spine. We want to feel that twisting movement, but we want to try and keep our pelvis pointing square to the front. Try not to let those shoulders elevate. Last one to each side. And we'll come back to center. Give the arms, our shoulders a little bit of a roll. So for our standing series, we're going to go straight into the fit ball. So grab your ball. Might be a bit smaller, a bit bigger than this, doesn't really matter. The size of the ball will just kind of affect how it feels, not really the execution of the exercise. So I'm going to start with my fingertips on the ball here. I've got a bit of I've got a straight spine here rather than a rounded back. So just stick your butt back a little bit, neutral spine, pulling your tummy in, set those shoulders back. So just kind of like the roll downs we did, you're going to roll the spine. So now I start to tilt my pelvis. I'm going to bend my knees. I'm going to allow the ball to roll out. And when I get to here, I'm going to try and flatten out my spine by sending my tailbone back and gently pressing my chest through the arms. Then we're going to pull that tummy in, tuck the pelvis, rolling up to where we started and lengthening out that spine back to neutral. So from a neutral position, this is an active neutral. We're going to tuck the pelvis, tuck the chin, round the back, roll the ball away, keep those shoulders down. Then we start to lengthen out the spine, stick your tailbone back behind you and gently press your chest through those arms. Back we come, tuck the pelvis, rolling up to here as if we would roll all the way back up from a roll up, but then we're going to extend the spine back to neutral. Nice. Tuck, roll down. If you have a larger ball, it's going to feel a little bit different. Keep those knees bent, press the chest through the arms. Back we come. Fingertips on the ball, lengthen the spine. And we go again. Around, so it's a really nice stretch. Pretty good feeling between the shoulder blades here. Rolling up, really good for spinal articulation and control of your body. Tuck that butt, work those lower abs, roll down, extend the spine, chest through the arms. tuck, roll, fingertips on the ball, and extend. Nice. Let's come all the way up to standing. Just don't let that ball fall away. We're going to spin around, so it does take a little bit of faffing around to get into this one. So we want to be on one leg. I'm standing on my left leg, and I've got my right foot on the ball here. Already a balance challenge, as you can see. I'm going to straighten out that back leg, stand up as tall as I can here. So depending on the height of your ball, it might feel or look slightly different. Just watch that lower back. And from here, draw those ribs together. Try and lift up and feel like the space between your vertebrae there. Okay, so on the inhale, I'm gonna send that ball back. It's quite a tricky balance exercise. And then we're gonna pull ourselves all the way back up. I'm gonna send that ball back just a little bit further. All right, so on the inhale, we're sending the ball back. We want the knee on top of the ankle, rolling back up. Nice, inhale and exhale on the way up. Maybe you want to try your arms out to the side. It's a very unstable way to be. Great for building our balance. Keep that gaze going straight in front of you. It's going to help. Feeling a nice stretch on those hip flexors. Up we come. Good, we're just going to do 2 more. 2. And last one, we're going to hold here. We're going to float our hands down to the mat. Great, feeling much safer now. And when you're ready, see if we can shift this front leg back. From here, see if we can slowly release this front leg. Just take it bit by bit. Just step it slowly back up, because we're going to see if we can go straight up onto the ball. It's perfectly fine just to have one leg on the ball. But if you can, holding here, building that body heat for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Same leg forward, left leg, bring it back in, step it forward. We're going to sink down into a really nice stretch here. So allow the ball to be your friend, allow it to help you. I'm going to shift my left knee out of the way, just to the left a little bit, so I can roll around. Little movements are great. Feel that beautiful stretch down the right hip flexor. Nice. All right, from here, we need to come all the way back up. So fingertips on the mat, really start to pull that tummy and engage your core, lift the pelvic floor. We're gonna go butt first, and then we're just gonna stand up as carefully as we can, placing that foot down, and we're ready to do the other side. So nice little challenge for you today. Okay, stepping your left foot on the ball this time, and organizing yourself so that you feel secure and ready. Don't rush these things. Okay, either hands on your hip or out to the side, whatever makes you feel safer. And when we're ready, we're going to just have a little test. As we start to bend, you might find that your back foot is not quite on the ball properly. So it's really individual how you like to have your body set up. I'm going to go arms out to the side, and when we're ready, start to roll and lifting back up. So inhale and exhale on the way up. Inhale, down we go. Exhale, we come up. So it's not really important to go all the way down. We're not in the stretch part of the exercise yet, very much in the control and balance part. We're going to do 2 more. We want to still feel that length between our vertebrae. Knit those ribs together. Try not to compress too much in the lower back. Good. On the next one, we're going to head down to the floor. So bend. I'm going to take those arms all the way down, and we're going to lift back up into a plank.
First of all, I'm just going to send that ball a little bit further back. And when you feel safe, up we go into our plank, squeezing those glutes, holding nice and strong for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right leg comes back in, and now we can sink into our stretch. So again, I'm just going to get that knee out of the way. Feels nice. A bit of a roll around. And then we're going to make our way back up onto our feet. So butt comes first, stepping the feet down, rolling up. Okay, so we're going to come down to the mat with the ball. Place yourself in the middle of the mat, and we're just going to place those feet on top of the ball flat, finding your neutral alignment here, hands behind the head, going straight into some abdominal work. So we want a small gap under that back if we can, lifting on your exhale, inhale down to the mat. Legs are supported, so it's a nice little way to get our abs going without too much strain on the lower back or lower abdominals. Lovely. We're going to get those legs going on the next one. So on the way down, we're going to straighten out those legs, and as we lift up, we're going to pull them in. Pelvis is not moving around very much. Nice and stable. Inhale down, exhale in. Inhale down, exhale in. Very nice. We're going to give a bit of a twist a try, which means we're going to roll onto the side of our pelvis. We're going to try and control the ball as best we can. All right, so as we roll in, we're going to roll onto our right hip and pull the knees in so it feels unstable, and we roll back down, and we'll do the same to the other side. So you're rolling onto your left hip, lifting the right buttocks off the mat back to center. Don't worry if you wobble around, that's the idea. Trying to build our core strength in fun and different ways, moving our bodies a different way to what we normally would in life. I guess that's the point of exercise, in it, isn't it? To do something you don't normally do during the day. But to do it well, to do it properly, to enjoy it, that's the main thing. To find time for it. That's the other big one, isn't it? Good, so my rib cage and my shoulders are hopefully staying fairly stable. We're just concentrating on lifting or rotating the bottom half of the body. Good, hopefully feeling something, last one to each side, going on in our abdominals and our obliques. Woo, the wobbles in that one. All right, having a little relax there. Bring that ball back in, arms out to the side, just resting the heels on top of the ball, allowing the ball to help us with some spinal rotation. You can have your knees together or you can have them slightly apart. Your choice. Make the most of this stretch. Feel the way that your lower back is during this stretch. Maybe you feel it up into your upper back a little bit. Hopefully not into your neck. Try and keep the neck and shoulders relaxed. Collect that pelvic floor. Inhale, we twist. Exhale back to center. Inhale to the other side. Exhale back to center. Good. Placing those feet down on the mat, hands by your side. Neutral spine, pressing straight up. We're not rolling the spine, we're just lifting straight up and straight down. Squeeze those glutes. Straight up, straight down. So you get the idea. We're going to add some arms in. And I'm gonna grab those weights, but we'll just do this 5 more times just to understand how it feels in our body. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and down. Good, straightening out those legs. Grab your hand weights wherever they may be. And we're going to just take it easy for the first one. So maybe we'll leave the weights on the ground. We're gonna lift up, find your balance first. You don't have to use weights. These are always optional. We're gonna lift the arms up and down. If you need to rescue yourself, that is also fine. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, they come down. Catch your balance. Inhale, they come up. Exhale, they come down. Whew, nice. We're gonna go for 3 more. 3, squeeze those butt cheeks. 2, nice and strong. Keep that pelvic floor lifted. Last one. And down. Nice. Roll that spine down. Ooh, straighten out those legs. Bring that ball back in. Let's rest just the heels on top. We'll focus on the arms just for now. So arms straight up to the ceiling, neutral spine. Inhale, open. Don't quite touch the floor. Exhale, back together. Inhale, open. Exhale, back together. Nice. So legs are supported. Working through those shoulders, pecs. Keep a soft bend in the elbows. Watch that neutral spine. It's really easy to get lazy and to press that lower back into the mat. Good. Let's change it up. So face those weights towards your knees, shoulders down. Inhale back. We don't have to go all the way to the floor, but we'll come all the way to the floor on this side. If you can go back to the mat or to the wood there, that is your choice, but just watch what happens if you don't keep control. So this back is gonna lift up, and that's not what we want. So keep those ribs drawing towards each other. Focus in the mobility of your shoulders, not in letting your back help you out. Good. And last one. All right. From here, let's place the feet back down to the ball just for a little bit more control. We're going to take those weights up like so with the elbows resting on the mat, and we're starting in a neutral spine. Okay, so elbows are there for support. We're just gonna lift up and we're gonna hold. We're gonna go one arm, bring it down. Can we do the other? Bring it down. So each time we get a little bit of help with our elbows on the mat. Press those feet down into the ball, lifting the pelvis as high as you can, squeeze the glutes, feel the hamstrings. Try and relax the neck, punching that weight up towards the roof. One more time each side. And carefully down. Okay, so from here, we're just going to pop the ball away for a second. So just roll it out of the way there. And we're gonna come to a sitting position with our hand weight. So it's important that you just find a position that works for you with your hips and your back. You need to be able to sit up straight. If you're better off on your knees or even standing, then go for it.
And we're going to take these hand weights just as we did on the floor with our elbows kind of resting near our waist, nice and strong through the core, lift to the pelvic floor. We're going to press those weights forward, pulling it back in, press them forward, pulling them back in. A little bit of a squeeze behind the shoulder, between the shoulder blades as we pull those elbows behind. So it's also very much a postural exercise. It's pretty hard to keep a nice tall spine when you're doing this kind of thing. It's really easy to kind of lean back and be, oh God, not lifted. So let's try and keep that length through the spine. We're going to go all the way up and all the way down. Bend those elbows back to where we started, pushing forward all the way up, around, and back in. And again, push forward, lift up, around, and back in. And again, keep those shoulders down, especially as you take the weights up. And amazing. Let's push those weights forward, adding a twist like you're doing some archery. Good. Twisting that spine, keep the shoulders down. Breathing in to twist. Exhale as we come forward. Inhale to twist. Exhale, coming forward. That's it. Starting to feel a little bit of a burn through the delts depending on how heavy those weights are. Nice one. Back to center. And let's do some external rotation of the shoulder girdle. If you're sitting cross-legged, let's do a sneaky little swap of the legs. Keep that movement going. Nice and tall. And let's send those arms out and in, maximizing the external rotation of the shoulders. Three, two, and one. Good. Let's start to circle those arms, kind of reversing what we were doing before. Three, two, last one. And that's it for our class today. We're going to make our way up onto our feet to finish with some roll downs. Okay, here we are at the end of the class. So standing up nice and tall, 3 roll downs to finish. Let those arms hang, bend the knees, round the spine. Feel how different it is from the beginning of the class to the end. Always good to check in with our bodies. 2 more times. And last one. Hope you've had a good class and are feeling different and good after that. Rolling up. And we're all done. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.